Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, 78 yards. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Cowboys, nothing.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down, run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Avante Maddox. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Into space at the 45. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon has been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On play action, Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Goff. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
To Amon-Ra St. Brown. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
2nd down and a yard. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Dwelly. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's got right on the short throw. seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw, Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
On the play.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by
Dante Fowler in on the stop.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
And
the Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
At the 13-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
It's a big place in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit an inch of them on the helmet.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First down, Dallas.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Prescott to throw it. Able to hit his target lane. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackle and held him to an okay gain.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's good.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because he has them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Prescott. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibbs. And this time he's able to take it down to 42. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Prescott. Pickens on the slant. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Prescott off play action. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. It's to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
19 more yards.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Malcolm Rodriguez on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Second and 6. Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Free red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 25-yard
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Detroit's offense ready to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. It brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Goff. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Cowboys, 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 29, Prescott under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lamb. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have very good starting field position as he's out just shy of the 40. Time for another look at this Lions offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To the left side, he finds to slow. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking for right, and he finds him. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Brock Wright, 28 yards. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage. Point after, down
makes this a 9-point game.
Cowboys 12.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Left side to Lowen. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man, it's Pickens. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 21-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That is caught. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, it's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up second down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is down to 2.
Cowboys 19.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. You've got to be impressed by a defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He finds some open field here. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Prescott faking it on the end around and looking to throw.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now this is Lamb on the end around. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
It's a loss of a yard.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
The Cowboys will
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
That's complete to the Porter.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Yards on the play.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Goff now looking to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dante Fowler with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And they scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Prescott. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys 1st down as they get the ball down inside the 30.
That's good.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Dallas.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run it again with Williams. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Prescott now. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Throwing, Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Gall. That's complete right side. It's to Sloan. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
2nd down, they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Quick toss by Goff is complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a 1st down, and they've been running it well all game long.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 11.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. This is 2nd and 8. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. To throw is Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here come the Lions now. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds Gibbs on a check down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport stove. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 8.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 125 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Play action. It's gone. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Quentin Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball. Guys, we can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. DJ Reader. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd down and 8. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. To throw is Goff. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Bates' kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. 90 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Cowboys, first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they'll throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On the counter, here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually...
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Well, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Yards on the play.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On for the Cowboys field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Brandon Aubrey.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. Gets around him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 13. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, he's got to slow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
St. Brown on the catch. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's 2nd down.
Goff now looks to throw. Wright's got it.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Goff. And right with it here over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
A gain of 24
For many teams, the
yards.
evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Here's Goff. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.